Hey guys, how are you? So this video, to me, I might get a little sassy or attitudey because one, I think this is a very good topic. So a follower that I have asked me to talk about this, and I'm going to read it off real quick. And just know that, like, usually, no offense, but I only have a lot of male followers. So when I get women to ask me certain things, I don't want to be disrespectful, but I don't always make videos towards them because one, it'll usually be towards the female audience, which I know it sounds bad, won't either get any views or it's just not something I'm passionate about. And when I talk about things, I don't like speaking about things I'm just not passionate about, you know what I mean? Or I'm not familiar with or don't know facts about, because that's the one thing about me. I'm not about to talk about something that is not facts, you know what I mean? That just is bogus. You spreading lies? So let's get into it. What do I think about the type of women to tell their daughters to go change, or their dads to tell their daughters to go change? So first off, I grew up in a Mexican household, so my mom was like that. Go change. And look, if you could see, I have a heavier chest. When I was younger, started the same thing. My mom would always pick your shit up, do this, do that. First and foremost, when you are a mother, you are, the mama bear of the house. You're supposed to protect your daughters. So the type of woman that I am, and I'm only saying this because you guys need to understand this from the whole perspective. If I have a husband and he represents me, I need my husband and I to be on the same page at all times, no matter what. Like, no matter what, we can't argue, we can't bicker, like, we have to be on the same page. And I need my husband to be a leader, because when I tell my husband something, hey, baby, something's bothering me, I need him to understand, okay, my woman ain't playing around and she usually doesn't do this. But that's why you need that type of relationship where you trust each other and you're headstrong. Because there's some bitches who be making up shit, starting up drama, all that. No. You need to be headstrong with your man. Like, I'm talking about real love right here, because this is why. Hypothetical. My daughters are in the house and say they're big chested, things like that. They're in their home. So if they want to wear shorts, whatever, that's our house. So what I'm talking about now is implementing this. If your homeboys or, like, say his family members or things like that, which will never happen, but if it did, they come over and my daughters feel uncomfortable, or, they're just like weirdos, I need to let my husband know, hey, you know what, babe? This is bothering me. You know what, like, they're doing this and that, and I need my husband to tell them, hey, you know what, you made my wife feel uncomfortable, you did X, Y, and Z, and y'all need to go, and now they're not welcome in my house. And the one thing about me is, if my husband feels the same way about my friends or things like that, vice versa. That's how we get down. But me and him are not going to toe-to-toe with things like that, because when it comes to our kids, that's what I care about the most. You guys don't know my background, you don't know anything I've been through, but that's the one thing I don't want my kids going through is SA or things like that, because a lot of things can be prevented. Y'all women will have intuition, correct? And feel a certain type of way. And then you'll have your husbands or people be like, nah, you're tripping, or nah, stop. No. When you feel something like that and you get that osco in your stomach where you're like, something's up with this person, please take that as a sign. Because usually with me, I don't know about y'all, but when it comes with me and I see a man, and it's guys, I don't think nobody's a weirdo, pervert, things like that. But when I see one who gives off that, like, Epstein energy, get the fuck away from me. And you're not coming around my children like that. The one thing about me is I can just imagine when I have kids, y'all, like, I'm a very overprotective woman. Like, when I got a man, ain't no woman gonna be talking to you any types of crazy. You know what I mean? Like, you're my man. Like, I love you. I care about you. So when it comes to my kids, it's gonna be worse. That's my flesh and blood. That's my motherfucking seed. And you think you're gonna... No. I worry about that so much. So please, all I have to say is, men, if you have homeboys and brothers and family members and whoever looking at your daughters or whatever like that, dude, you need to check them. Check them or keep them away from your kids, because you know what's wrong? Keeping friends around like that who you know are sick and twisted. Because if something happens, what kind of person would you be to let that guilt eat you up inside when you could have prevented that? I'm sorry, but I don't know about y'all. I don't give a fuck about nobody's feelings. I don't give a fuck about what you guys think, what anybody thinks. If everybody in this whole world is a weirdo, they're going to all stay away from my kid. Now, I'm not saying that that's the case, but I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, well, he's my family. I need family. No, I don't need that. If you're tainting something in my life, you're gone. You're cut off. I cannot do it. I'm not jeopardizing my children's sanity, mental health, things like that over some pervert in my house. So for anybody buddy who keeps saying that whole analogy about the, oh, you know what, just tell your daughters to change. No, that's not the case, because people should not be getting worked up over little kids in skirts and dresses and shit like that. That's fucking sick. But you know what? This is a conversation that so many people don't want to talk about because it's uncomfortable, but it's true. There are a lot of weirdos out here who look at kids in that type of way, who look at little girls in that type of way. And until people start taking shit like this serious and doing something about it, it's going to keep happening. But it can all be stopped with you as a parent or you as a person. You see somebody doing some shit like that, I'm sorry, call them out. Call them out. You know how many times people, trust me, people be going after people who do stuff like this to kids. It's fucking gross, dude. There's no point. I'm going off topic, guys. I just got to say, please stop doing this. Please check your friends, check whoever acts like this. And again, I do understand that there are certain outfits that kids shouldn't be wearing, but I personally feel like if your kids are in your own home with their father and things like that, that's my home, you know what I mean? But again, I'm the type of woman that, like, I would not be wearing a skirt or super small shorts when people come over. That's just not the type of person I am. Like, I usually am very much covered up when I have guests over. But again, my kids and all that, I'm going to be taking very, very, very safe precautions when it comes to them, because the way the world is set up, you got to be careful. People out here do not care about your kids or things like that. So peace, guys. I hope this was a good take or whatever, because, oof, this kind of topic really bothers the fuck out of me. I just can't believe that this is even a conversation. Oh, and the last thing I want to say, if you are a partner, or if you guys are partners or whatever, please stand by each other. Stand by each other at all times. You know what looks dumb? I just have to say this. You know what looks so stupid? When you guys are together and say your wife was literally calling somebody out the whole time, and then something happens to your daughter, like extreme, and you could have prevented that. Shouldn't you have stood by your queen the whole time? You know what you do? You stand by your partner regardless until the end. And then when the truth comes up or say they're wrong, then you be like, hey, you know what? You're wrong, but I stood by you. You guys don't understand what loyalty is. That's how it works. If somebody pops my girl in the head or whatever, and she tells me that they popped her in the head, but I don't know that. I go over there. She tells me that, right? I go and bomb on that person. I don't know that, but I took her word for it. You know why? Because I'm standing by my queen, standing by my partner. Then behind closed doors, we talk about that. But I'm letting you guys know now, in situations like this, stand by your partner, man. Especially when it comes to women, their intuition is never fucking wrong, especially when it comes to certain men. Please don't tell us like we don't know what men make us feel uncomfortable, man. Trust us with these type of things. But God bless y'all. Have a good day.